Hello, New York, again.
New York
Welcome back to
City.
Quiet Man.
Yeah, this time I'm
Sure
referencing Alexander Hamilton. Which is a pretty good musical, I dare
So
say.
yeah, it's time. So this time we can actually hear the musical number.
I'm actually curious how she's good at piano playing.
Let me guess, she played it completely with no tunes.
It's pretentious piano too, just the way you like it.
It's like in the Looney Tunes.
No, that's not pretentious. That's comedic.
So get this, guys. It turns out the events of Quiet Man happen all in one night.
It's
So-
comedically pretentious.
There's no comedy in this game too. That's another issue that like much like
Even the over the topness, it's enjoyable only on a limited level,
that's ironic humor though. It's not intentional.
I suppose.
What do you mean unintentional humor?
Well, okay, if you prefer that term, sure.
Correct? Pedro. There's an actual
Oh
intentional
yeah. I
form
was
of humor
I was
referred
trying
to.
to
Let me
point
finish.
that out in the first run. I love how in this club everyone has like a tuxedo or a elegant dress, and here we have our protagonist with just a hoodie and a jacket.
Anyway, Pedro, just to let you know, there actually is an intentional form of humor known as ironic humor, which is humor literally meant to be seeped into irony.
Sure. Not good, honey. Not good.
No, neither.
I've been better.
Thank you for indulging me. a little.
I'm waiting for a package to come, but it won't come till Tuesday, so
Is it the gin and tonic package again?
no, it's Star Wars The Clone Wars Blu-ray series.
Oh, okay then. That's actually good.
Most of it.
Hold
Except
on.
for the movie. Aww. Yeah.
It's it's the turn of a piano drawer.
Yeah, I know. It's just the chords. They seem to be having trouble deciding if they want to be happy or
Oh,
sad.
okay.
So
Remember, Jova, you're the one who's the most expert in music. For me, it's everything just sounds pretty most of the time.
Trust me, there is a certain artifice.
I'm sure there is.
If you guys want to listen to good piano video game music, listen to the music for The Sims.
or listen to
Or
anything
what
made by
about
Yoko
Spirit
Shimomura.
Tracks.
Sorry, Jova?
Something from Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. And yes, of course, just like her, his mother played piano. Come play with Mommy, Dane. This is
Forever and ever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was a dead
Mom
moment.
died.
It's like... Oh
I'm
my
sure.
God.
Don't worry, kid. She's just sleeping. I know.
I know
I'm
we keep making the same joke over and over again, but
But
they
so
keep
is the
showing us
game.
the same scene.
Yeah, as
know
long
I
as the
s-
game keeps going, so we can.
What do you want from us?
And here's
Oh no,
not,
the music is not fitting at all with the character entrance.
and here's not Blofeld to do the kidnapping.
even though that body structure completely does not match
Yeah, I'm
Blofeld's
pretty sure
actual
that's a
body
stunt,
structure.
man.
Maybe it was to throw us off. I don't know.
And then also the Soul 30
The
game was
Latino
also
also.
here.
For some reason. But as a Soul 43, drop it hard. Drop it hard.
He has a marijuana jacket. I noticed that now.
Isaac says hi, shithead.
Why
I guess Isaac is the leader.
So why are they attacking the club again?
I guess because they're attacking Dane?
I'm pretty sure that in story, like Gumshoe Humpty Dumpty contacted him. Like he gave them what's the term? A
tip.
A tip. Yeah, a tip in a sense of, hey, this guy is at the Moonrise Club. Go there.
Well, hey, I guess we can say that her look of dull surprise isn't terrible acting, but it's just about a foreshadowing.
And I'm probably so good I think it's terrible.
Yeah, you'd be right too. Trust me, it's
Because the acting isn't really... She's not even struggling. She's not even going like, help!
like, okay, even if it's not bad acting
Fuck you,
meta-wise, it's bad acting in story as well. Because, I mean, okay, girl, you're trying to plan this kidnapping. You planned every detail, yet you can't bother to actually act panic during all this?
I mean, you can't even just kick around screaming, help, help,
Now this is
Ooh.
okay. I guess this is somewhat. Oh my god, the frame rate there! Just. I was about to say that was somewhat clever of a transition to do it while it was all in red. Also, I love how the screen literally had to blink in and out there just for a second to transfer to gameplay. Holy cow, this game is terribly optimized.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I was saying something good about this game before it segued into something terrible. Like, seriously, that's the thing about
It's
this
like
game.
every time the game tries to do something good, it immediately plunges back.
Kick.
Ooh,
He
it's
was
all in
punching
your
me
mind.
there.
Well, that's it, I guess.
That's all she wrote.
And it just fades into black. Okay.
All right.
Square. Just... Man, I know that Square have released bad games before, but this
Alright.
takes cake.
Like I said, considering all
Alright.
events, I genuinely believe this is the worst of the Trinity.
Alright, so...
Trinity?
I'll tell you later.
Murdered Soul Suspect
Okay.
this game and Left Alive.
Actually,
right, yeah.
Mindjack was the other
Well,
one.
well, in that case, it's a quartet now. Then, regardless, the basic point is: remember how I had a trouble fighting this boss the first time? Well, I'm about to make this boss my bitch.
Also, Pedro, to correct you, quartet would imply that there's 5. You're thinking of a
Actually, that's
quadrio,
Quintet,
there's
the
4.
Jova.
God damn it, he's right.
You mean, Jova? You're turning into Microsoft. You need to.
Also, technically speaking, the 3 games that I mentioned are still standalone titles. That Live is still supposedly part of the Front Mission series, which instead, from what I heard, still has some of its recent games being actually bad. So it's not, apparently it's not even anything new for that.
So yeah, basically, now that once you know the Ultra Instant, you can basically beat completely the crap out of this boss. It's.
You know what this feels to me like? It reminds me a bit of Scream because it does a bit. It's almost like
There you go.
an
The boss is done.
It's almost like an unintentional parody of some horror slasher tropes. You know, the hooded masked man, the fake kidnapping because it was staged, the rules and everything. Still an idiot move.
Yeah. This pretty much proves beyond all shot that the Ultra Instinct makes this game a complete joke. This boss didn't even touch me.
Well, until the character stupidly grabbed it.
Well,
Well-
that's cutscene incompetence. Guys, I know it was literally a minute or so ago, but his mother
I think we need a
died.
reminder.
His mom is dead.
And again, let me remind you, his mother dying has nothing to
You
do
know
with
what?
being a
I'm
superhero.
going a bit step forward. I honestly thinking that we see more parents dying flashback in this game than in most of the Batman adaptations combined.
Yep.
Like, we've seen more of the number of times that the Wayne's getting shot.
Uh-oh, it's Soul 33 again.
Those rapscallion.
Stop
Alright,
right there, criminal scum.
let's Ultra Instant them away.
No, I think Dark Lord Shadow pointed out best, is there even a police force, an actual police force? Because outside of Humpty Dumpty, there's no real police agent, maybe in those cutscenes, but in-game, there's barely anyone.
Well, camera, why was the camera showing me the inside of that car? Like, why, camera? Whatever.
Okay.
Wait for him to get up, I guess?
No,
That was silly.
just Ultra Instant. What the fuck? Okay, the game
I'm sorry.
we apologize.
I'm thinkingly-
Ladies and gentlemen, the game broke. Please
Yeah, I
stand
think
by
it's
for.
I think it's because he was he was clipping
Oh
through the
god, his
model.
leg clipped
Yeah.
through his body. Hey,
Whee.
Dane, why don't you jump into one of the cars or something, and chase after the guy?
So I guess that's one mook we leave alive. Okay.
Well, I'm sure they're alive. They're just nursing very nasty wounds. So, now what?
Well,
We need to keep the.
Oh, wait, that's right. We're gonna go back to that same room, I think.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. I think we have an outstreet brawl first, though.
Oh no, the loading screen keeps
Chase
freezing.
that car on foot, boy! Chase it!
The loading screen keeps freezing. It's
Alright,
it's just like in Shattered Crystal.
Here we go.
Nope.
It gets stupider each time.
Wow, you people just have incredibly good networking to know where this man is every time.
They had no need to have a random civilian standing there for him to jump on.
You
They
know,
purposely put
Why
it
does he
there.
even do that anyway? It's not like anything was blocking his
you know,
path. He could have easily
all of these,
passed by the guy and said, "Excuse me, sir," and
You're in
boom,
my
then out
way.
the door.
also,
Heck, you know, if anything, he could have been out the door quicker if he hadn't wasted that air time.
all of this, all of this potential gang war stuff just makes me wish I was playing GTA San Andreas.
Let's see, I could be playing Walking. Let's see, I could be playing The Sleeping Dog. I could be playing the Max Payne series. I could be playing GTA 5. I could be playing
Yakuza.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Yakuza, absolutely. I could be playing even Ace Attorney. Okay, can we go now?
That wasn't the Mook I beat last though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, mysterious.
Ooh, spoopy.
Except not really, because I'm actually a superhero? What?
Now remember, this is the point where he's hallucinating, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember
Let's
that-
see if the
that-
game can actually explain properly what was going on around that time.
Well, that makes me wonder, where was the point where he started hallucinating? When he was hit
Hold
by
on,
the
Taye.
shot button?
Hold on, Taye. We need to establish that his mom died. This is
Oh
important.
my god.
Countess Roy?
You failed.
Well, remember, Jova. Remember, Jova. Dr. Dollar01 counted in his review. It's a total of 30 mom flashbacks.
And one of them counting all of the death scenes.
No, he counted one for all the death scenes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And they just called their attack off of him for some reason.
Well,
even though they had him.
Superior, superior numbers.
Yo, this is war. Call him.
Oh my god, what kind of voice are you going for?
Now, more reason to call it. What are you waiting for? Stalker? It's him.
Even who?
Soul 33 wants to puff at their chest. They grab machetes, they start chopping away. Why would Isaac get in on his freaky fan shit?
Walk down the club.
Who's Isaac?
What are you doing?
These are also 33, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Remember the guy who stole the shoes from Taye.
Not with
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I get that.
Go
So,
ahead, I'll let you take the
I
basement.
don't sign, man.
so
What do we do?
yeah, that's a good
get her
point.
back.
I mean, you've been talking to him just fine anyway. Why the sign?
Yeah, exactly. You are aware that deaf people can speak, right?
Not
know-
only that, Dane understood
Somebody
him.
smashes it.
Why are you confused? You are aware that there's a difference between a deaf
There,
person.
There's your comedy, Pedro. Like, it's so by the book.
You are aware that there's
Pedro?
a difference
Oh.
between a deaf person and a mute person, right?
Hold on, Shirai?
Yes?
You said you asked something?
Not just
Oh, okay.
What Pedro would ask.
Sorry.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a mute person is not the same as a deaf person. I know that much at least.
So just like I said, if Singer Girl had
Depends
just
on the
waited.
severity.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
see,
really?
like I said, because this is all taking place in one night, all Singer Girl had to do was wait until her boyfriend was actually, in Chicago. But nope, because she couldn't wait. Now he's getting the call before even getting on the plane.
Of all, I've met a
Seriously.
few deaf people, including just one, but yeah, still one, who didn't speak at all.
Well, regardless, in the context of this game, we know that Dane is perfectly capable of speaking
Yeah,
verbally.
But sometimes he does the sign language for no real particular reason.
It might be a confidence thing, or I
Okay.
don't know.
See, here's the thing. Him doing sign language would make sense if he couldn't read lips, but no, he can read lips. He's talked to people just fine about it. Heck, he was clearly able to understand when the guy said, "I don't speak sign," incredibly quickly or whatnot, without having to slow down or anything.
I don't think it's even a thing of, I don't know certain words, so I need to convey them in that in that sign language. And I don't think it's even a thing of, oh, I do this in order to be silent so only you and me understand and the others don't. There was really no need to do that.
Well, that was
Yeah,
kind of
if anything-
ridiculous, but he hasn't been in a situation where that would need to be the case. They don't.
Oh my god.
No,
Also-
there are plenty of cutscenes, Shira, where Dane speaks to someone verbally. So
No, we've heard him speak a few times in this, and very clearly as well.
So, okay, I'm just gonna go back to why the Isaac thing makes no sense. Okay, so not John Travolta says that, oh, it doesn't make sense that Isaac would get in on this, even though it's his own gang, the Soul 33, who are doing this stuff. Like, dude, so you would expect that the boss would not know about what's going on within his own gang, and that he would only get involved if it were serious or whatnot.
Also, I'm
Like,
pretty sure
hello?
everyone gets involved regardless.
Like, exactly. Maybe
Oh
even I
my
myself figured out
God.
that Isaac was, you know, the leader of the gang. But when John Travolta just said, "Oh, even Isaac's involved," I'm like, wait, are we sure that Isaac's actually the leader of the gang? But he actually is. It's just, it makes too little sense.
Just. Oh.
So his mom also plays the piano, huh?
I completely forgotten about
But,
that.
but-
Can the game
but-
please remind me?
But don't you see, Shiroi? It's symbolism. You see, by saving Lala, he's also kind of redeeming himself and saving his mom. It's deep and emotional.
Back to my question from before. Can we actually pinpoint the moment they starting to hallucinate? Like when he gets stung by the shock baton, maybe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the club when he. Well, was he?
because-
Did he get
because-
hit?
okay.
Did he get hit in the club inside the club?
No. What I
There is
think
something.
what I think it may happen is that Humpty Dumpty Mask, they have the fight. Dane gets tased by the shock baton. Then Humpty Dumpty drags back his body into the club, and the rest, what happens? He maybe wakes up and has that freak out where he beats everyone.
There's just one problem with that theory, Tio.
What?
We clearly had a scene where they talked to Taye on the phone, which means that if Taye were part of that, then that would mean that was part of the
There's
hallucination.
also the
That would make sense
problem,
because that's
there's
also
also the
perspective
problem-
where he's not there.
There's also the problem that. Oh, hold on.
Did I miss something?
Yes, Web. So you missed an important mom flashback. Did you know that his mom died?
And she also played piano.
Hey, we're adults.
Police
Hey, we're-
brutality, everyone.
Okay.
Nice. But anyway, there's also the fact that when you fight John Travolta Mook, he says something about you breaking up his car's window, which is something that supposedly happens in the hallucinogenic part. So what the fuck happened?
I have no
I know
idea.
the easy answer. I know the easy answer is, oh, it's not just bad writing, but
Well, maybe.
Well, it
just
is
maybe.
too.
Well,
It's-
Tio, have a...
like simple check proof, guys.
Well, Tio, let's think about it. Maybe the Quiet Man Answered will have one of those extra cutscenes that actually gives some context to that and helps explain the story better.
Spoilers, it doesn't. I already can tell you what the other stuff is.
Yeah, I was just trying to build up the drama.
Okay, so I literally sent the guy phasing through the wall and then he returned though. So okay.
Nice. Lokeva is whatever.
Okay, next scene.
Yeah, that's another thing. The overall structure of the game is very poor.
Like I said,
it's
the pace is just
here's a scene.
atrocious.
Now here's another scene. Now here's another scene. Now here's another
Not just
scene.
that, the length is so contrasting. You get small scenes, then long scenes, then maybe a small fight, then a long scene, and then a long fight. It's just, it's. I don't even think a speedrun of this is possible. I don't know how you did, Pedro, but I don't think a speedrun of this game is possible because I can think it can easily burn you out.
Oh, Tio,
Even
you
despite being
underestimate
short.
gamers.
Some sadistic motherfucker will try.
Most likely.
So, onto the scene.
Yeah, I've checked PS4 trophies. You know, the guys who always go out of their way to make.
Wait for it.
In fact, here, let me check.
the way he picks them.
This girl's off limits, you understand? No matter
Let me see if there's any YouTube videos of someone gaining the Win at Life trophy.
Well,
So,
Pedro,
yes.
like I said, only 3 people in the entire world got it, so...
Maybe one of them recorded it? Let's see.
By the time of his recording anyway, here's hoping someone managed to do it.
You proud of yourself?
Oh yeah, this
Wait,
one.
let's
Just listen
listen
to
to the
Shiroi.
seed.
Do you understand the depths of what you've done?
So if you
Screw
don't,
comforting
yeah,
him.
if you
he's
don't
up to
remember,
tell him that's all his
Shiroi,
fault.
when the scene was muted, it looked like the cop was comforting him. But now the lines of dialogue are pretty clear that he's just instead insulting him and accusing him. It's so weird and badly written. Okay.
It gets even worse, Shiroi. It gets even worse.
Nope, there is no YouTube footage of someone actually winning that trophy.
Like I
Didn't
said,
want
only
the
3 people.
evidence to exist.
Officially, only 3 people in the entire world got it so far. So.
And what do you think was their reaction when they realized, holy cow, I wasted this
Like,
much
oh,
time of my
thank
life
God.
getting this stupid trophy?
Just to show how much of a loser I am.
It's like getting the medals in Sonic 06.
Yep.
Or all
Honestly-
the shine sprites in Super Mario Sunshine.
You know, I'm sorry. At least with Sonic 06, there can be some actual enjoyment with completing that game.
No.
Whereas-
No.
Like I said, Jova, Super Mario Sunshine, getting all the
I
shine
mean,
sprites.
okay, beating the game like just the stories as they are, fair enough. But actually getting all the medals and such, no, I disagree.
Depends. Sing for me.
I wish I was watching Little Mermaid.
We don't need words.
You
You
see,
don't?
there you go. See, guys, we don't need words.
I don't need this game.
Even though we've been using words the whole goddamn parts of our life.
It's called communication. Oh my god.
I hear you with my blood.
What does that even mean?
Pretentiousness.
Ah, okay.
What do you think you're the hero now, Dane? When have you ever been anything but the villain?
Okay. Oh. Alright, time to wreck again, the Scream Mask.
So
man.
yeah, well, remember, Taye, we already know he's not Blofeld.
Yeah.
I mean, they even have his voice over here now. I mean, granted, maybe we're to imply that that's, you know, a voiceover, but still.
It's his voice, but it's muffled because of the mask.
Actually, was it even muffled? It sounded like it was proper, like, you know, like
No,
they're trying to...
it was a flashback voice. So it seemed that actually is some symbolism that can work. Dane is hearing that voice while not knowing, supposedly, that, you know, this guy is beat ambushing behind him and he's that person. Also, the voice grunts for the punching is just so
Hold
weak.
on, let me check something. So yeah, for some as we saw earlier in the flashback when he was a kid, apparently this policeman really hates Dane.
Why?
But why? We wonder. Oh, could you give me a time, please?
Go to 24
Okay,
if you can. We're almost there.
sure. I'm at 24.
Almost
Alright,
there.
we'll count
actually.
you in.
I had to go back in the video to check something because I think.
And go.
Click.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah.
Zoom, punch in. Zoom, punch out.
Yeah.
Zoom, punch in.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. I know it makes the combat repetitive, but it's the best way to get through this.
Well, I wonder. I forgot. Maybe in Super Punch Out, did we get, you know, a South American opponent? Because the closest we got was a Spanish one with Don Flamenco. So
You actually bring up a good point, Taye. Technically, Punch-Out is also a game about beating the crap out of minorities. So-
To be fair, punch out, you actually have all these
the
different
the
people from
early
across
ones
the
have
world.
that scene, yes. But I would argue that the Wii game actually does a way better job in representing the nations.
Yeah. See, Punch-Out's actually about representing the people around the world, and you're boxing against them in friendly matches. Here, it's just
The only from what I heard from the trivias, the only real misstep that we did is because of the lack of voice direction and the fact that his native language is extremely complex. Great Tiger actually has a line that comes off as kind of an insult in saying that Little Mac has to go back to his mother's teeth or something.
Yep.
Oops. Oh, can we move on? Okay, big. No, we need to beat another round. All right then.
back in this room again.
So exhausting.
This,
I physically feel the fatigue that Dane should have right now.
but did you see it here? That means that the game is doing exactly what it's intended.
It's not even the matter of, oh, I'm satisfied because I'm applying violence to a target in a video game, like say in Doom, when I'm beating the shit out of demons. No, it's not even funny, especially because of the fact we're beating minorities.
You're a dead man. Isaac's gonna kill you.
There you go, it's confirmed, Jova. Isaac is indeed the head of Soul 33.
Yeah,
It's the voice, man. You didn't expect these bosses, man, were like being very, squeaky.
knock.
It's Knuckles.
Going in hot. Move! NYPD, nobody move! What the hell? Somebody call Ash.
Hey, look, it's Officer Morales.
Jesus Christ, you guys couldn't find your handcuffs if they were clamped on your own fucking dicks.
That's
So we...
I see you went to the David Cage School of Writing.
It sounds exactly like something that we
not to read into racism too much, guys, but this is about the Caucasian big leader telling the black guys how to do their jobs.
Okay, to be fair,
I know. But like I said,
I'm the thing with this game just shitting on minorities.
to be fair, he's telling them how to do things because he's their boss. So come on, let's try not to.
Pedro, it's a joke.
Yo, that's the thing, though.
Jova.
Well, Jovi, you kind of said it. Whatever.
No! How dare you steal those shoes? How dare you?
Oh, actually, Pedro, they're arresting him because they think that.
No, I know. I'm voicing Dane, young
Revenge is
Dane.
mine.
There you go.
Talk
See?
like that.
Yeah. We're about to find out who he is, actually.
Yep.
Dane? Why are you looking for Lala? Where is she?
Where is she?
No games. What's going on, Ash?
Do you want to
Oh,
know
it's
what's
called
going on?
Ash.
It's the same bullshit
Hang
that
on, if
always
he's
takes place
deaf,
when you and Taye and Isaac get
Shouldn't
together.
he? Shouldn't
Except now
his
your little
communication
pissing
be a
contests are
bit
starting to lead
more?
to innocent people getting hurt.
Are you implying
So
that they
again,
actually care at this
Let me
point?
ask you.
What
where
I
is she?
mean is, I'm trying to explain this. Shouldn't
Why do you care?
his talking should be a bit hard
Dane, I am
for us
just
to
trying to
understand?
keep her safe.
You know,
That's
You know,
not
he-
always the
he
case.
can't. Because he can't hear. He can't hear how he
Fucking
talks.
Brett,
So
are you serious?
That's not always the case.
Hold on.
Damn thing that you have ever touched has always turned to shit. It always
Yep.
has. Everything.
Also, Dwips, to back up what Joe was saying, my friend
little
is
quiet
perfectly
He's
capable
not
of
gonna save your
speaking
ass tonight.
normally,
it-
like quote unquote normally.
So wait, it's a recurring thing
It
that
must-
he gets the superpowers with the
Wait
mask?
for it.
Yeah,
must-
there you go.
it must
Here's
it must
the-
only it must only affect certain people who are deaf, I guess.
Well, again, it depends on how long they've been speaking or whatnot. Like if they've been speaking for a while, more than not, they can speak Korean. Yep.
His forehead is just so stupid.
So you probably want. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's later actually that we do that.
It's like
But
we were saying earlier that being deaf and being mute aren't mutually exclusive.
so you're probably wondering how does why exactly? Remember, this cop took in Dane when he was young, and he's very familiar with Lala as well. So
And apparently even the bird mask thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Someone's phone ringing.
it's not mine.
remember, Dwebs, this is the part where Taye is calling him, but he will not pick up, and that's what causes Taye to go apeshit. So
Now here, it actually makes a bit more sense since Taye is legit worried about everything.
The problem is that Dane doesn't remember the fact that he had like a freak out, so I guess. Although, actually, no, this is still supposedly the part where he's hallucinating.
Yep.
So, I
Yeah.
don't understand things.
Just give up. Just give up.
the answer, Taye, is that this plot makes no sense. It's
Just let it die.
It's
I don't
impenetrable.
want to go mad, though.
It's impenetrable, Taye. It's impenetrable.
I mean, we can't let him go on the vodka again.
No. He's
Oh, now we get to hear him actually scream. This should be fun.
Like I said, I'd waste time. I'd waste alcohol on Fairbanks Draft, not on this. Here we go.
Wait for it.
That face.
I love how they have to cut in and out of it.
This fucking game.
I know, right? Did you get it? Did you have fun? Did you get it all out of your system?
Did you enjoy it?
Jova knows what I'm talking about.
Hello, Starlight. Did you have fun? Did you get it all over your system?
Oh,
Well, that's
Star versus
good.
the Forces of Evil.
So
Actually, no.
actually, they're referencing MLP, I think.
Oh.
Wrong again, actually.
How is it? Then what is it then?
No, Steven Universe, that's the other solution left.
Must be one of
And
those
now
things that
here we
happens.
are to the point where he supposedly killed John Travolta, except we know that he didn't.
Well, that's the thing too. I completely stopped understanding Steven Universe 2 seasons ago.
We don't blame you. We don't.
Well,
blame
I just went through process of elimination.
Mhm.
Wait, Backfat, is that you?
Oh my god, that did look like
No,
him.
no, he's not making bullshit theories.
Yeah, we don't need these theories here. This is already bullshit enough.
No, please, the last thing I want is a video about this game.
So, okay, so
I've done something.
So let me put it like this, guys. Dane thinks that at some point John Travolta told Taye that the stalker was Dane. Only here's the problem. We clearly know that's not the case because Dane had a talk to John Travolta not too long ago where...
So, this is
that's
all a
what it
big
was,
misunderstanding.
Actually, remember, Tio, this thing never really comes to fruition outside of this. It's just this one scene, and this is never brought up ever again.
This entire game is a giant big-lipped alligator moment.
Maybe it was
Actually,
just a
no,
bad
Game Theory
dream.
haven't touched this.
And now, for some reason, she's being held captive. Oh yeah,
And
that's
then
right. Apparently
and then the Joker shows up. You see, this is how crazy Batman has made Gotham. Batman must deliver his mask, or else more people will die. I'm a man of my
Mr.
word.
Joker, sir, this is New York City, not Gotham City. Batman doesn't operate in here.
Apparently in the Nolanverse, Gotham is pretty much New York.
Well, actually, no. Those movies were recorded in Chicago, actually, too.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jova, is it more expensive to shoot in Chicago or in New York? I'm guessing New York is more expensive to shoot in.
Depends on what.
Depends. If you're like Sony and you want to go to Times Square to have all those shitload of product placement, I don't think you're gonna have any problems.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Times Square is chock full of it.
Oh, here we go.
Unless you've got your copyrights down pat, yeah.
And there you go. Again,
So when you get down...
up until this point, as far as we know, because we haven't gotten to the climax yet. Up until this point, as far as we know, he just gets angry because, like Jova said in the previous play. Yeah.
See, okay. For as hammy as that is, at least now that we've heard, we actually do get context. Like I said, Taye actually has a good reason to be worried, since as far as he knows, his girlfriend's been kidnapped, and he even canceled his trip to Chicago just to make sure that she's all right.
True, Joe, but this still doesn't explain his betrayal later in the game. We'll get the eventual explanation. I know.
Oh, we'll get to that later. What I'm talking about is the context as we know it right now.
I still prefer mine and Jova's headcanon from the previous part. Like Jova said, I count on you to pick up the phone. But
My God, this game.
So,
well, Tio, if it's any consolation,
2 more parts only.
Worse,
Yeah, it's almost over.
Only 2 more parts and we're done.
Look at the bright side, Tio. It's going to get even worse. That means that
that's a bright side?
You'll have... Look, here's the thing. You can look back at this moment as when you felt better.
You know, Jova, this is starting to become a pattern. Every time we finish a shitty game, you keep going back to this talk. You said that for Revengeance Ref. You said that for Time and Eternity.
No. For Revengeance Ref, I just suggested it couldn't get any worse. Here, I'm admitting that it will get worse.
And you say stuff similar to what you just said as well.
I think Jova will probably say, "Well, I'm trying to stay positive. Goddammit."
I mean, stay positive whichever way you can.
All right.
Otherwise, you just go straight to the vodka. Which I don't
like
drink,
Teo.
So...
Yeah.
And unlike Teo, I don't drink, so yeah.
Maybe we
Drink
can.
7 Up.
Shiro, maybe one thing, since you, Shiro, this could be your Revengeance Ref. You could bring in a drinking game with cider for the final part of this playthrough.
For every time something stupid happens.
Great.
All right. See you for the next part, everybody.
Yeah.
See ya.